Be blessed by the divine. Benefits of spiritual practices as described by Tattvagnani Vethathiri Maharishi. When the spiritual knowledge develops, one's action will not inflict pain to self or others at present or in the future to the body or mind. That is morality, which automatically blossoms with the realization. In addition to not inflicting pain, we understand the feelings of others. Feeling pain, and with this understanding, we are helping others in getting relief. That is the charity. Any kind of work or deed for helping others with your surplus is charity. We have come to this world without bringing anything except karmas. For the body, we need material comforts, education, and protection. All these are given only by the society. In everyday life, from morning till evening, we need hundreds of commodities and facilities. All are supplied by the labor of millions and millions of people of the world. So, every day, everybody has a due to the society, which he has to repay. How to repay? You have to repay to the society in the same way as you have developed physically and mentally. This understanding and follow up action is called duty. I am due to the society and I repay to the society by my services. That is duty. When the spiritual knowledge develops, these three are automatically coming. When you understand the teaching of all the religions in the world, you find that the basic principles of all are same. One is worship of God, and the other is maintaining harmony in the society by way of virtues. Virtues have three principles: morality, duty, and charity. Morality is not to inflict pain to self or others. Duty is repayment of dues to the society. Charity is helping others. Without these three, mankind cannot be peaceful. Only at the time of peace, man can think about the purpose of life and plan his action with confidence and get strength of doing things which he thinks. So, peace is necessary for man for enjoying natural pleasure and happiness. As a result of his knowledge, as a result, his knowledge is improving more and more and expanding, and finally knowing self and God. What will be the pattern of life when we deal with the world, deal with our life with full expansion of consciousness, without forgetting and with awareness? Such is the spiritual life and spiritual practice. First, you are practicing the spiritual path. Then it becomes your own normal habit. This is spiritual knowledge. This is a must for all men. One may think, why a fraction of God started as living being? Man has sixth sense to get together with God. Why man is suffering and doing crimes and sins? This part will bring many information to you where and how man came into being. You have come from Sanchita Karma and started your life. Then, where from your parents came? You have to go back through the hereditary link and cross millions and millions of generations, finally you come to first man or woman on earth who started first human life on earth. In the language, they are differentiating man and woman only for identification. Both are same in the structure, purpose of life, and ability of living. The language is used for understanding man with womb to produce children. That womb plus man is woman. Man is not aloof from woman. The word itself indicates natural difference. First man would have come or woman would have come from the seeds of animals, resembling man in the habit and structure. If you go through that, that is, from man to five sense animals, thence to four senses, three senses, two senses, and one sense. One sense is plant life, which is not moving and not having central nervous system. It is working automatically with autonomous nervous system. From two sense animals to five senses, what is the mode of living? What is the character? And what is the process of living? They are eating other living beings as food. In the process, they are depriving the freedom of life of other living beings. At the same time, killings, that is, separating life from body by torture and then eating the body as food. This action and experience are imprinted in the brain cells as well as in the body cells. Even in the metabolic routine, the whole personality is filled. From this personality and biomagnetic field, man started life. In the beginning state of man, he could not understand all this. It took very long time to understand the nobility of man. Then, then only man started avoiding painful actions. Such people have shown the good way of living to other people. These people are called Mahatmas or Mahans or saints or religious leaders. But these people would not teach the philosophy of nature. They could not make others enlightened in the consciousness because in those days the development of consciousness was very, very low. They were conscious of body function. Up to that, the experience was all right, but assumptions beyond perceptive senses was very, very difficult in those days. We have to accept that human beings are having imprints and characteristics of all animals through which man has come into being in the evolutionary process. In the human mind and actions, you find animal character of aggression only for food, killing others. Birthright and freedom of life both are acquired. If this is understood by all people and they take a vow that I will not aggress on anybody, peace will come. These are necessary because man is becoming social animal to get sensual enjoyments. Now man is getting food and sensual enjoyments easily by getting fame and power. Therefore, instead of getting the desire for food and enjoyment, he increases the desire for fame and power. So there are four greeds, that is, desires for material wealth, fame, power, and sensual enjoyment. Only from these four, man is aggressing on others to increase his own. When he gets them sufficiently, can he stop? Can he stop it? No. Even though he gets more and more material wealth, he thinks, I want more and I want more. Even though he gets power, he thinks, I want more and I want more. Similarly, with fame and sensual enjoyment, he thinks, I want more, I want more. By thinking and enjoying more and more, he spoils the whole body structure. Why all this? Because he does not understand the unfailing law of nature, action and result. Man does not know what he needs unless he realizes consciousness and mind as the working order of the consciousness, pain and pleasure, and the law of nature. Whatever he does, he deals with the magnetic field. According to the motive and efficiency, the result comes. That result, according to time, place, and object of contact, transforms into pleasure, pain, peace, or ecstasy. These four feelings are coming. If we understand all this, automatically his actions are disciplined and mind streamlined. But the beginning of life of man, that is childhood, he cannot understand just like animals. If we see a newborn child, he is moving like a worm. After that he is crawling and after that he is walking. So all the animal habits in the evolutionary stage are coming. At that stage, he is able to work only with the five senses. When in womb, the child is in the superconscious state. After coming into the world, what happens? In the womb, he is having an air conditioned feeling of pleasure. When he comes out, there is difference in the temperature, and that difference makes some feeling of irritation to the whole body. So the child is weeping. When he comes out, this is his first sensation. After opening the eyes, there is light, which was not seen till then. Then hearing of the words of the people and taste and smell are coming into being. They are all these are all the sensual functions and are starting from that time. Man starts life with the functioning of five sensual perception. From the age of 12, according to the hereditary qualities, man starts living with instinctive function and thought. During this period, those who are living in the world are teaching by giving practice to lead the life in such and such a way. Then Bhakti Marg was necessary. The child is not able to understand the law of nature and consequential results. Therefore, the senior people or elder people are telling that he has to obey elders. Elders have to take care of the child. This obedience and taking care of and making all children to lead a better life is called Bhakti Marg. Until the child is able to think and understand the nature, faith in the guardian is necessary. living under the guidance of the guardian or efficient persons is bhakti marg. After that, he has to understand that is called education. When he understands and is able to do things himself rightly, that is jnana. In this way, man has to develop for the purpose of life. Every man starts his life only with the two forces and characteristics of father and mother in the hereditary link. So, from the world, he has to learn many things. Every action is developing in the whole world. So, Guru's knowledge has to be given to the child. Unless the magnetic force of good character of realization is inducted into the child, he will develop only the animal character. Therefore, to release him from bondage of the animal character and make him lead a better life, induction of Guru's magnetic force is necessary. That is called second birth to the consciousness. First birth is for the body, second birth is for the knowledge. It is where the spiritual path starts. Now, who is to give that magnetic force to characterize the person? Those who have realized the truth, realized the consciousness with expansion of the consciousness and understanding have to give. The concluding part of the topic, benefits of spiritual practices. The Guru has everything. He has such a character. He passes energy with the thought that the child should grow well and get enlightenment. When this energy is passed, gradually this energy will start working with the previous energy, that is parent's energy. Guru's knowledge, behavior, and character all are passed on to the child as a drop of curdless milk. This is called initiation. This is that is getting linked to the Almighty, the consciousness. For the initiation, the wise men have prescribed three methods. By touch method, Guru has to give the force. By sight method, he has to give the force by seeing. Then, by thought, he has to give the force. The Guru is raising the energy by giving more force to the disciple. By sight, he is taking the person to Turiya state, where one understands the realities of nature and gets transformation from the animal life to that of a man. Life itself is rearranged with the characteristics of realized man. For that, he has to meditate on the top of the head, Sahasradhara. The top is also called as Brahmarandar or truth. It is also called Brahmarandar or Turiya. To realize Almighty or consciousness, you have to purify your mental functions, all thoughts and actions. Only when you meditate in Turiya, you are going to theta wave, 4 to 7 cycles per second for such a purification. That only will fix you in the state to understand the law of nature. So the top of the head is called Brahmarandar. When describing physically, taking God as Himalayas, the path is called Harike Padi and Haridwar. The same meaning is given to Brahmarandar. Brahmarandar is Harike Padi or Haridwar or gateway to reach that state. Then, to reach that state, your mind should be liberated from the conditioning of body consciousness. For that, we are expanding your mind to the whole universe. The whole universe is full of energy particles and masses. Interstellar space is filled with energy particles. Energy particles are rotating and supplying the spreading wave. The whole universe is magnetic field, which is cosmic consciousness. Then, after mixing and fixing your mind with that, change comes in the conditioning of the mind. We have to get liberation from fictitious stories to understand nature. Each such liberation, we have to do meditation on the universe. And after that, the static state, the Almighty, Brahman. You have to reach that. Only that practice will make one ready to realize self. He is that. That is He. When he understands that is he understands that everybody is that. Then only the universal brotherhood will blossom. To achieve this individual peace, individual perfection, we have to follow virtues, morality, duty, and charity. Then peace in society comes into being. As a result, the whole world one can love and do the services without any conflict. That arrangement is the world peace, individual peace, peace in the society, and peace in the world. All have to come only from the realization of self and realization of consciousness. When realization comes, you are the master. All Vedas and Gita were written on this truth. What is the essence of Gita? I am the light, I am the sound. Those who realize me as everything and everywhere, I am not away from him and he is not away from me. Only on this truth the whole Gita is written. So we become the master of Gita, master of your own self. What is in Veda? Vedas are describing the Panchabhutas, their Pancha Tanmatras, and all the functions of the body, also all the nature and things. To attain all this, knowledge is within everybody. It is already provided. That is the spiritual path and spiritual practice. To get a change from the animal character of man, then becoming almighty with the perfection of consciousness, spiritual path, spiritual knowledge is useful. Without spiritual knowledge, man cannot become a real man or God. Now we understand the value of spiritual knowledge. I wish all of you enlightenment and revelation of the truth. Be blessed by the divine.